Good evening, dear students. I am Devendra Tiwari, Assistant Professor in EX Department, SIT Engineering College, presenting my YouTube video lecture on the topic difference between PMMC and MI instrument. So I'm going to share my screen to you, and this is visible to you. So let's start the topic difference between PMMC and MI instruments. So first of all, we have to check what are the major difference between these two kinds of instrument. I am going to next slide. So one of the significant difference between the moving iron and moving coil instrument, which are known as PMMC and MI. PMMC performs permanent magnet moving coil instrument and MI means moving iron. So one of the significant difference between these two instruments is that in moving type iron instrument, the soft iron system is used for measuring mechanism, whereas in moving coil instrument, the conductor coil is used for DC measurement. The other difference between the moving iron and moving coil instruments are shown in next slides. So move to next slide. So first of all, this is the picture of moving iron instrument and this is attraction time. So definition of moving iron instrument. The instrument which uses the soft iron core for measuring this core for measuring the current or voltage is known as the moving iron instrument. It works on the principle that the iron attracts towards the magnet. The magnetic field induces because of the electromagnet and the iron piece is placed between this field. The force of attraction acting on the soft iron core and the magnitude of force depends on the strength of magnetic field depth. Next slide. So this is PMC instrument, that means moving car instruments. It is having different construction. These are two permanent magnets. Between these, a core is fixed. And this is a balancing band and the pointer system mechanism. So definition of moving coil instrument. The instrument in which the coil rotates between the magnetic field of the permanent magnet for measuring the DC, such type of instrument is known as moving coil instruments. It works on the principle that the force acting on the coil places between the magnetic field of the permanent magnet, and because of this magnetic field, the coil rotates. Moving to the next slide. These are the key difference between the moving coil and moving iron instruments. First difference, the moving iron instrument uses a soft iron piece as a rotating element, whereas moving coil instrument uses the coil as a rotating element. Second difference, the working principle of moving iron instruments depends on magnetism, whereas the working principle of moving coil instrument is similar to that working principle of DC motor. The moving iron instrument has the non-uniform scale is the major uh, we can identify how we can differentiate between the two instruments. It is on the basis of scale. So moving iron instruments has non-uniform scale, whereas moving coil instrument has uniform scale. Also, moving iron instruments is less accurate compared to moving coil instrument. The moving iron instrument uses the air friction damping, while the moving coil instrument uses the eddy current damping system. And damping system is used for to damp out the oscillations. The moving iron instruments consumes more power compared to moving coil instrument. And one more difference, the moving iron instruments used for measuring both direct current and alternating current, whereas moving coil instrument is only used for DC measurement. Moving to the next slide. Next difference, moving iron instruments, the gravity or we can say spring provides a controlling torque to the instrument. Whereas in moving coil instrument, the spring provides a controlling torque to the moving coil instruments. The deflection of moving iron instruments is proportional to the current, whereas in moving coil instrument, deflection is proportional to square of it. The moving iron instruments is free from hysteresis loss, whereas the hysteresis loss occur in moving coil instrument. Also, the instrument which use the soft iron piece as a moving element, such type of instrument is known as MI instruments. And one more difference, the moving instruments can be used as ammeter, voltmeter, wattmeter, whereas the moving coil instrument is used as a voltmeter, ammeter, galvanometer, and ammeter. So conclusion. The moving iron instrument consists of the soft iron core and used for both AC and DC measurement. And also, the moving iron instrument coil is made of conductors. So, in the case of moving a PMC instrument, it uses permanent magnet, and movement of coils gives the DC measure. So, these are the some key points between the differences. Hope you will understand, and we will meet in next video very soon. Thanks for watching.